She likes what she likes, and she could put it all on you, baby. If you bout that life, because you don't got time to choose it.
Hey tribe, it's Kia from Heritage 93, and in this video we are taking a deep dive into natural nail and cuticle care. Now you guys have been asking for the cuticle care deets, and since we're in quarantine, I wanted to make this springtime inspired nail care routine super thorough and satisfying. Now here we have the girls at a little over 2.5 months of nail growth. Now, what we have here doesn't seem like too much out of the ordinary, right? Just nails with a week-old mani. But the truth of the matter is that I've been putting off my cuticle maintenance all year long just for this video. Now, as I gently push back where the cuticle would be, there it is, the first of many layers of dry cuticle now awakened from a very deep slumber. Why yes, this might be gross or satisfying, but either way, we will be extracting ancient cuticle from both my right and my left hands. I'm just satisfied that the girls are finally on the same page lengthwise. But, I'll need some specialized assistance to help me clear the month's worth of cuticle from my dry nails first. So I'm grabbing this glass cuticle pusher that I picked up once upon a time, but never got a chance to really use. It seemed intimidating at first sight because it's glass, but let me show you how it works right this way. So to start, I used the pointed end and lightly scrubbed it along my cuticle line. Notice that my nails are currently polished. The pointed end was perfect to just hit the new growth area for the first round of cuticle clearing. Since I had, a lot of cuticle buildup that had been packed away, using this pointed end was really good to cut straight to the chase from the start without digging into the polished portion of any natural nail. This pointed end was focused. Let us observe the rest of phase 1. Now, I know that this is a springtime nail care routine, but the girls are looking a little frosty, a little crusty. Well, it's time to remove the polish. I'll be using acetone, just off camera. Okay, so the girls are in the clear and done, right? Well, no, not quite. You see, I used the pusher side of this tool, and there was definitely more left. But it's okay, because this was my first time clearing my cuticle in a while. It was really important for me to take my time and remove the cuticle layer by layer gently, because self-care takes time. So now that my nails are bare, I'll be using that pusher side to lift up excess invisible cuticle that was sitting under that polish. Sneaky. I've really been enjoying this glass tool. Between the plastic and metal, this glass tool is my personal preference, as it effectively gets the job done without damaging my natural nails and cuticles in the process. There is no rush. So let's observe the rest of round 2's cuticle extraction. Now that round 2 of the cuticle wipeout is complete, I'll check my work with the pointed end of this glass file. Side note, if you don't have a glass cuticle pusher handy, the pointed end of a glass nail file is your next best friend. And so it looks like we're pretty much in the clear, as there's nothing too crazy jumping out of there. Okay, so this is what we got on both hands, looking like twinsies. And now the girls are officially ready for their water time, so let's go to the hand pool. Now, with deep cuticle work like we've seen earlier, I always like to work on dry cuticles first, especially when I have a tool that can help me do that dirty work. That way, when it comes to the rinsing phase, we're smooth sailing to the finish without having to go back and lift any more additional cuticle that we missed. So for this part, I'm grabbing my trusty nail care brush to push back all 4 cuticles at once. Note, your cuticles should not be sensitive when you do this. Moreover, light pressure is more than enough. Okay, so I told y'all this routine would be inspired by spring, so next I'm grabbing this exfoliating hand wash I picked up. I thought this was pretty cool packaging, and it smells like a beautiful earth, grounded in spice and a splash of mint. It's actually teak wood. For some reason, I anticipated this to be super grainy. Quite the contrary, it's very smooth with a few granules of seeds. Now for a pro tip, I personally love to work scrub type products directly onto dry skin to power up the exfoliating potential just before rinsing thoroughly with cool water like so. Also, this wash had a wholesome lather to it, pretty good for a first impression as I give the undersides a thorough cleansing before the final rinse. Now, in hindsight, I recommend to choose between either the exfoliating hand wash or regular hand soap, but adding the foaming hand soap to your hands after exfoliating, it may actually factually cause some irritation, so do be careful. Oh yes, the girls are looking so fresh and so clean. And now I'm gonna dry them off and apply a quick pump of some lavender hand cream and rub it in thoroughly. But of course, we are not done just yet. In fact, taking things back to the main stage under the lights, the girls are looking kind of dry. No matter, I'll just use the spring-inspired lavender bud infused nail care treat from the Cuticle Restored collection over at Hands by Heritage. We call her Florality. And so I'm just gonna twist and apply this bouquet-esque goodie directly onto my cuticles first. They've been through a lot today. And then thoroughly rubbing that floral goodness in and over my clean nail plates like so. And now the girls are gleaming in the key of grapeseed and jojoba happy springtime. And now I'm just gonna repeat that Florality application again on this hand. It feels so good to have the girls at the same length. Ooh, adulting, is that you knocking at my door? Cheers to natural nail restoration, especially in these times. So now, y'all know I love to paint the undersides from time to time, and a few of you guys have been asking about nail hardeners and, how I feel about them. I usually refrain because they can make the natural nails way harder than healthy requires, but again, this is a curated springtime routine, so I wanted to add this plant-based hardener with all of its wholesome intentions and apply one coat straight to the undersides of my natural nails. Now, as for the top side, I'll coat my nails with a nail primer that I've been enjoying, especially since this one has done a really great job, especially against nail staining. Now I'm just taking my time and applying one thorough coat. And there it is, glamorous, healthy looking nails brought together by a routine that went from way overdue to right on time. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this springtime nail care routine with a cuticle care breakdown and found this one helpful for your natural nail growth journey this, quarantine season. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and engaging. Take good care, take time for yourself, and happy nail growing. I will see you very soon in the next one.